Hi everyone, it's Coach Fred here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to find the vertex by completing the square of a pretty tricky problem. You know, as math teachers, we love to be tricky, but sometimes we make questions a little bit more involved, so we ensure that you understand what to do and that you understand some of the techniques needed to make, to do something like completing the square. So now there's lots of ways to complete the square of a function, but I'm going to use the method that I feel the most comfortable with. It might not be the way that your teacher shows you how to do it, so just be cognizant of that. So I actually leave it as a function, so I leave j of x in my equation, and I bring my constant to the other side. So that means I would add 34 to both sides. Okay, so once I've done that, I do know, and I hope you remember, that you can't complete the square if there's a coefficient to your x squared term. So you do have to factor that out. So I'm going to factor out a negative 3/4. Okay? So that's going to leave me with x squared. But if I take 3/4 out of 9, what in the world do I do? So you have to think about, what would you have to multiply 3/4 by to get a positive 9? Okay? So, well, I know that I'd need a 4 in the numerator so that these guys would cancel. And I know that I would need to get from negative 3 to a positive 9, so I would need another negative 3. So 4 times negative 3 gives me 12. And while that's tricky, I want you to think about why I wrote it separately like that. So 4 goes into 12 3 times, and I have a negative, so it would be negative 12. Negative 3 times negative 3 would give me positive 9. So this would be negative 12x. Might be worth thinking about how I did that. Take a pause, think about it. All right, now we're ready to complete the square. So to complete the square, I take half of 12 and I square it, which is 36. So I'm going to add 36 right here. But what you have to be really careful about, and what makes this tricky, is because you factored out a negative 3/4, what you actually added to the equation was 36 times negative 3/4. So I do have to actually multiply 36 times negative 3/4. I'm going to simplify that. 4 goes into 36 9 times. 9 times 3 is negative 27. So I actually have to put negative 27. I have to add negative 27 to the other side, not 36. All right, so that leaves me with j of x plus 7 equals negative 3/4. Now, what I've done by completing the square is I've created a perfect square trinomial, but in vertex form, I need to write it as the square of a binomial. So x minus 6 squared. All right, then I just bring the 7 over, and look at that. I have a nice function in vertex form by completing the square. Did it in only 4 steps. So now I can identify my vertex. So my vertex would be 6, negative 7. All right, hopefully that was a helpful video. Have a great day.